Prancing Horse Quality Assured Collision Good News is brought to you by Prancing Horse Quality Assured Collision.
Every house has a story, like this place in Victoria that was built in 1912 and has had over 17 different families live in it, including heritage consultant Keith Thomas, who has a passion for telling a home's whole story.
Oh, look at those beams, those are fabulous.
So this would have been the sitting room, this would have been the focus for everybody. This is where they would have been after dinner and come in to stay warm.
When Keith moved into this heritage home that borders Victoria and Oak Bay, he discovered more than just a house to live in. He uncovered a rich history.
I like to tell the story. You know, I like to tell who lived there and what they did and what the neighborhood was like and why the street was named this way and why you have a big field across from your house and why is your house weird. You know, there's the little quirks make it homey.
Now Keith has turned his passion into a part-time job, offering his expertise to homeowners who want to know the story behind their house and its community.
Fell Street, I think, is important as well because it was one of the largest blocks of open land within the city limits in the early 1900s. Francis Rattenbury appeared on the city assessment reels for a little bit at the time when he was building some of his bigger projects, so I find that kind of interesting.
And it really is fascinating to learn about who once lived in your home. Former owners of this house include a foot doctor, a Hudson's Bay sea captain, and families, many of which had their fair share of tragedy.
Okay, I've got this lady, and her last name was Apjohn, which is an interesting name. She was in the house for 12 years and raised children here. You know, I've got the children's names, and she passed away in the house from an aneurysm. So I've got the death certificates, and I can find out where these people came from.
So take a walk in your neighborhood and get curious. Figure out who the streets were named after and how old each and every house is. And whether you do the research yourself or you call on an expert like Keith, the more you know about where you live, the more your community will come to life. From Victoria, I'm Karen Elgersma for The Daily.
Prancing Horse Quality Assured Collision Good News is brought to you by Prancing Horse Quality Assured Collision.